Good morning. Well, this will be interesting because this is taking all the glamour away. Um, we decided that what we would do was take you through our morning routines. So this is literally me, just got out of bed, found something to put on because I'm usually in my birthday suit.
Shows your birthday suit, Val.
We're going to take you through the steps of what we do to prepare ourselves for the day. Now, Heather, as you know, is a real skincare expert, whereas me, I just learn as I go along, really. So it'll be interesting. It won't take me long to show you my products, but you know Heather, I think she's got a hidden closet in her bathroom. Because it must be massive, because the amount of products that she shows on her skincare videos, well, she's either got a massive closet or one of those Mary Poppins bags that you never get to the bottom of. So I'm just going to wash my hair because obviously it's looking in need of that. So while I wash my hair, let's go over to Heather and see what she's doing to start the day. Back in the bin.
Morning, Val. So, skincare and what I do first thing in the morning. So, very first thing I do, glass of water. Now, like you, Val, I train 3 mornings a week working on my guns. So the only thing I do before I do some exercise is I give my face a quick wash. And a lady in my local tribe had DM'd me and said, Heather, check it out. Betty Swirl's on offer on QVC. And I thought, how do I not know who Betty Swirl is? So I get myself onto QVC, couldn't find it. Little bit of detective work, and I realised that on autocorrect on the spelling, when she had typed in this brand, it turned out as Betty Swirl. It's Lizelle. I've shown you that before. It's the cleanse and polish. I just used a really small amount of this, just literally just to give my skin a little bit of a clean before I go and exercise. And it does come with a cloth, but I just tend to use a flannel in a little bit of warm water. Now, ladies, do treat yourself to some nice flannels. They're not very expensive in the overall scheme of things, because if you've got an old worn out flannel, it's a bit like when you put a pair of pants on and the elastic's gone, you know, it's a bit depressing, isn't it? So have a lovely flannel, treat yourself. Right, so that's what I do very first thing. Then I'm going to go and do some exercising. I've got quite hot this morning, so I have just washed my face really quickly again. Next thing I would do is I will exfoliate. So there's 2 ways you can do that. It's taken me a while to realise, but a granular exfoliator or a glycolic acid both do the same thing. So don't use them in the same routine, just one or the other. I quite like the granular one. If you saw me a little while ago on one of my previous clips, I was talking about this and I was struggling a little bit to get the consistency right, because you do need to mix this with some water to get a paste. And this has got enzymes in it. And I remember talking about it at the time, not quite understanding what the pineapple enzymes were doing. And a lady got in touch and very kindly said, well, Heather, they're going to help shift your top layer of dead skin. So once you've put this on, leave it on and then get in the shower and leave it on for a couple of minutes while you're showering. So that's what I'm going to do. The other thing to say, ladies, about your shower is that the temperature of your shower will be a little bit too hot for the skin on your face. So please don't wash your face in the shower. Tilt your head back, wash your hair, but then come out of the shower and wash your face, wash your exfoliate off in the hand basin. Right, I'm going to jump in the shower.
Whoa, we need to talk about that turban before we go any further.
Back again. So, to tone my skin after cleansing, I do use the Japan Fusion, the step 1, which is a Hydra Prep lotion. So to me this is the equivalent of a toner. So I just put some in the palm of my hand, just rub my hands together and then smooth it all over the face. There we go. Let that sink in a bit. So that gives a base now to start adding my skin care. So that's not sticky at all. You know, some things you put on and they're really tacky. That's got no stickiness at all. But it does just feed the face a little, if that's the right word. So because it's daytime now, the next thing I use is the Super Healthy Skin. Okay, so this one I use in the morning, the triple eyeliner, and that one I use at night. So this one is just a couple of squirts, and again, just gently put that. I use the ceramide eye thingy. Let's give it a couple of turns and just to wake my eyes up, really. This is really cooling, and obviously it's a beauty pie one, but I do use this in the morning. The serum put on. Now some days I will put the capsule on as well. If I feel that I'm going to want more of a glow, because I do find this reacts well with when you start putting your BFF on, etc. But I'll not put it on this morning. What I'm going to put on then is a moisturiser, and I have actually been trying this. When I was in Aldi, someone was picking it up, and I happened to say to the lady, I said, "Is that really any good?" She said, "Oh," she says, "it's brilliant." So I thought, oh well, I'll try this. Obviously the other one I use is my Age Perfect, and also some of the Temple Spa ones. That's all right. And take it down the neck. So that's me done and dusted, all ready to go and dry my hair and then put the Trinny Linden makeup on. So hope I've done it right. I'm sure Heather will message me if there's something
onto
that
it now.
she thinks I should be doing. But as I've said all along, you know, I've never had a really rigorous skincare routine, but since lockdown I have started to do more, and yes, I am seeing the benefits. So okay, back to Heather and see how much she's glowing when she's finished her routine. Okay guys.
So I'm just out of the shower. What's happening next? Tell you what's happening next. I'm thinking about that turban Val's got on. So I was thinking about, I could either wear my shower cap to do a bit of twinning, but I could try and replicate the towel turban. So let's have a go at that. How have you done it, Val? Have you just done it like that? And then you put a clip in somehow. Like that. Is that right? all right. I bet Val's had years of experience of doing this. Right, there we go. There we go. Got my turban on, Val, so I can do my next step. Vitamin C. I'm using at the minute the Ordinary. It's their 100% powder. It comes with a little scoop inside. I've used quite a lot of this, so it's a bit of a fiddle to get the scoop. I get a scoop of the powder out like that, and then you mix this with a serum or a moisturiser, whichever you like. My skin's a little bit dry at the minute because it's quite hot and sunny. I'm mixing it with a Nuxe. This is creme fraiche, and I just mix that together until all the powder has gone, and I rub that straight onto my face, down my neck, and I won't do my chest area, but normally I would, but for the purposes of modesty today, while I'm with you, I won't. So that's vitamin C. So just to recap, so far we've had cleanse, we've had exfoliate, we've had vitamin C. I will just let that sink in for a couple of minutes while I pop some clothes on. So vitamin C is sunk in while I've been putting my clothes on. Always remember, vitamin C is the first thing you're going to use on a clean skin. The odd exception, but usually vitamin C. If you want to use a hyaluronic, you can use that next if you feel like your skin still needs a little bit of help, just to retain the moisture. I haven't explained what all of these do necessarily because I've done separate clips on those, but vitamin C is what will stop your melanin in your skin from oxidising and going brown, which is pigmentation. If that's tricky to follow, think about the fact that you put lemon juice on an apple when you've cut it, and that stops the apple from going brown. The vitamin C on your skin is trying to do the same thing. It's trying to prevent those little sunspots from emerging. Hyaluronic is just to help your skin hold on to moisture. So I just put a splash of that on. The final thing I then do is a moisturiser. I'm using this one at the minute from, can you see that? It's Aven Hydrants. It's one of the ones that Trini talked about as a good option. This is quite a lightweight one. It's easily absorbed. It's good for me while it's very, very hot. I don't want anything really sticky and thick. So this I find is quite a nice one, quite reasonably priced. I can't remember exactly, but got it from Boots. And it's very similar to the Moisture Surge from Clinique that I have been using. And again, I talked about that. Please remember, ladies, if you're not going to go on and use BFF as your next step, remember to put an SPF cream on before you do anything else. I hope you've enjoyed seeing both what Val and I do in the morning with our slightly different routines. Val has called me the expert. I'm absolutely not. I'm just a very enthusiastic amateur, but I hope you've enjoyed sharing that little bit of routine with us in the morning. Bye for now, ladies.